Bo! Welcome to Wrestle Cram. This is your boy, the host with the most, but humble. I do mean humble, D Nostra Novice, aka Derek, and I am here on a Thursday, of course, to give you the humble, hungry, and thirsty group of you WrestleManiacs here. Um, to give you, of course, the show that a lot of people like. A lot of people tell me keep going with the show. I'm gonna keep going with the show. I enjoy doing it. One of my favorite shows I enjoy doing. This is, of course, my 2 cent. If you don't know what my 2 cent is, I grab a lot of stuff from the news that I do on Saturday, and I put it in a nice little crispy ball. I grab one of the segments, put it in a nice little crispy ball, and I feed it to the masses and whatnot. First and foremost, thank you so very much for allowing me to be a part of your day. It can be nighttime, daytime. I'm doing this in the morning, so I mean, good morning to you guys. But sometimes you want to watch it at night. That's the beautiful thing about doing content on this platform is that you can watch it whenever you feel like watching it. You can click on it, you can pause it, and if you want to, you can go back to it. Truly, without you guys, it would not be me. And I thank y'all for just feeding the masses, going and telling other people about my content. And if you enjoy it, go out there and you're not doing it, you didn't do it, go out there and talk to other people and tell them you're talking to an average person. I do watch a lot of wrestling as of right now, but I still declare myself as an average fan, a person who will just watch it and critique it the way that a average person will. I'm not a Dave Nelson, or I'm not a Jim Cornette, so I'm not going to critique it the way they do it. Even though I like both of those people, I respect both those people. Those are historians. So, but I do thank y'all. If you want to do more than just watch it, and it's free. Well, first I want you to watch it, but that's the very first thing I want you to do is watch it. If you want to do something that's free or whatnot, make sure you hit that thumbs up for me. Hit that thumbs up. It's okay. It's truly okay that you enjoy something and you want to tell me that you enjoy it. Okay? If you want to do more than just the thumbs up and the views, go ahead and hit the sub button. I think we are on the road. Well, I know we're on the road to 100 subs. We're over 50, so we're getting there. Slowly but surely, we're getting there. If you want to do more than just the watching and, of course, the like and, of course, the sub, go ahead and hit the notification bell. I keep saying I do 5, but I actually do 6 core shows on a weekly basis. I do this on a weekly basis. So, plenty of content to devour, plenty of stuff that you can watch. Variety for all and whatnot. I want to talk about what I think truly. Now, Jim Cornette will say different because Jim Cornette is a person who is about the old school. Now, I myself, I'm only 36, and Jim Cornette is 142. So, I do respect Jim Cornette. I listen to Jim Cornette a lot. I respect a lot of what he's talking about. Well, some of what he talks about. I would say it's kind of a 50-50 type thing when it comes to Jim Cornette. But he is very, 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 very enjoyable to watch. He's been in the industry for a long time, so that's why I respect him tops 12. But the golden age, I think, was not something that I watched because, once again, I was born in 86. But when we talk about the golden age of wrestling, or the rocking era, it's called the rocking era of wrestling, you can bring in a lot of people that made wrestling the way it was. I mean, the way it is now. It shaped what they did. Now we can talk about the Attitude Era. The Attitude Era was a very interesting era. But if you can step back from the Attitude Era and that middle era that was right there with all the gimmicks and crap, there was an era before that where you had really great wrestling, and WCW was just being formed. The NWA was still sort of kind of hot, and you had the WWF, where it was a lot of great characters or whatnot. Henceforth, one of my greatest wrestlers who I think died too soon, Macho Man Randy Savage. You also had the narcissist Lex Luger, who was a good wrestler. You had Sting, you had Surfer Sting, not Crow Sting. You had Surfer Sting. You had a lot of other people to bring in. Even the Ultimate Warrior, who I'm not a fan of, but you had some great people or whatnot. The Junkyard Dog, Roddy Piper. You had a lot of people in that era that made Ric Flair. Why did I not say Rick? Of course. Tons of people during that 80s, the 80s to the 96 ish, where it was hot. And when I tell you it was hot, it was on fire or whatnot at the time. You had of course you had the wars that was about to come. So you had and it developed into the NWO, and it developed into a huge explosion of you cannot change the channel and not see a wrestler on another TV show or a Tonight Show or anything that consists of that. Wrestling was a big thing at one time. If you're young, if you're like in your 20s, wrestling was a huge thing. When you seen a wrestler or whatnot, you were shocked because they were the elite when it came to acting or whatnot. Not the acting part of the movies, but you had a lot of stardom when it came to these people. Now, let's fast forward to now, where we got we had Tony Khan, that was a super fan of wrestling or whatnot, and also deep pockets. If you don't know, his dad is the owner of a couple of soccer clubs, and my fault. He's the owner of the Jags or whatnot. He owns, no, not the Jags, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Yeah, the Jags. So when I say that Tony's family has really deep pockets, they truly do. And I'm not going to go through the history, but he went to a show which the Young Bucks and a lot of their friends, Kenny Omega, Hangman Page, the Elite or whatnot, they created this beautiful pay-per-view that sold out in, I think, under 30 minutes. Nick Khan was there. He was truly fascinated, and he loved what he saw. So he collaborated with those four men, and I think Cody as well, to create something called All Elite Wrestling. Now, here's the thing. WWE was truly stale, but they were the only big thing out there for about 30 years or whatnot. When WWE bought WCW, the only thing that was nipping at the butts were just TNA. And TNA was just up and down, up and down. So when AEW truly made its stamp onto TV again, it pretty much split. I wouldn't say split, but it went to a where now, instead of WWE at the table with about 80% of the pie. Now it's down to probably 50% of the pie because what AEW did, they made their own show, but they collaborated with other shows to elevate those shows as well. I swear I did not know Swan was still even wrestling at the time. That's the weird part about it. Let alone being the Impact champion. If it wasn't for AEW and that huge match that they had with Kenny Omega, which was great. It was great. So you have to respect it. Also, AEW just did Forbidden Door, which is bringing in the New Japan, which I knew a little bit about New Japan. Now I'm starting to get more into New Japan, and it's all because of AEW. It's all because of AEW. Now, here's the thing. If you are a wrestling fan, like myself, or whatnot, you have only one or two things. You have either you're an AEW fan or you're a WWE fan. I like both. I like both. I like both. I enjoy both, or whatnot. Now, if you are a super fan and you like AEW or WWE, you want to dig for more stuff. And I myself, I didn't know a lot about. When I got back into it, I didn't know a lot about these other companies, like Wrestling Noah, that's over there in Japan. The other British areas or whatnot that have wrestling. MLW, where MJF is from. I didn't know these places. I didn't know a lot about them. But I will say this: this right here is going to be one of the greatest things that has ever happened to wrestling. And I will say this without a doubt, without a notion of what I say. The number one thing that's going to help this be the golden age of wrestling is the Wall Street Journal going after Vince McMahon and Vince McMahon stepping down. That is going to open up the floodgates and make what we see as a new attitude era is going to turn into it's going to expand and grow into another golden age of wrestling. Triple H is doing only 2 weeks in. It's only 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks in. He's doing a phenomenal job. And the reason why he's doing a phenomenal job, go take a look at my other, I did my 2 cent on why I think Triple H is going to turn the ship around. A lot of things, we have factions. We're going to, elevate those titles again. It's a lot of things where we're going to see more faces on the product. We're going to see more wrestlers on the product, and it's going to expand times 12. AEW literally gave them the tools to become something great, and I truly think that Triple H is the person that is at the front of the gate that's going to allow people. I'm not going to say he's a gatekeeper. He's going to allow people to collaborate, just like what AEW did. They're going to collaborate. They're going to elevate more people, more productions to be. Now, back a long time ago, I wouldn't say a long time ago, I'll say about a couple of months ago, they were going to collaborate with MLW. If that's true, we were going to get a collaboration with MLW to make them, elevate them. Just like AEW elevated, I truly believe this. They have elevated TNA. They have elevated New Japan. You can say what you want. There are more eyeballs on Impact than before we had AEW, because I promise you, I was one of the ones that was going back and forth watching both AEW and Impact to see who was going to be on the new who's going to be on Impact, and Impact was going to be on AEW. I mean, wow, I didn't even know Big Cass was still wrestling. I mean, I was truly shocked of the great work that they're doing over there in Impact, including those women. Those women, that is one of the best, to me, one of the best women's divisions out there, hands down. Uh, Props to Impact or TNA, whatever you want to call it. I can't wait. I love Moose as well. Shout out to Moose. Much love to you as well. So, tournaments. Tournaments. We're starting to see the tournaments again or whatnot. We're starting to see fluctuation. We're starting to see people being that was released from the company come back in open arms. Now we do still have some issues, of course, with AEW, and thank goodness that he did hire Sanjay Dutt to Sanjay Dutt to be the new person that's in charge of talent relations. Hopefully, Tony Khan can get some type of advice from WWE and how to run a little bit better, because I know there's a lot of stuff going on over there. But hopefully, just like I say that AEW has shown them the key to great wrestling, hopefully WWE can show AEW how to manage a little bit better. I'm not saying it's a bad organization. I'm just saying it seems like, every other day or every hour we're getting people that are upset. And I understand that. You can't make everybody happy. You can't. But in order to make something really good, you have to have a great product. And they are displaying a great product. Not only AEW, but WWE is giving out now great product or whatnot. I mean, let's throw this scenario out there. Let's give this scenario. You go to your favorite grocery store, right? Your favorite grocery store. And you only go for one particular thing. You go for the bananas, right? You go for the bananas. There, for a doubt, without a doubt, that the bananas that you go to your favorite grocery store will always be good. Always. You don't go anywhere else to another grocery store for their bananas. You always go to their banana shop. But the grocery store, one of the managers at the other grocery store comes to your favorite grocery store, and he looks at the bananas. And he says, man, those bananas are good. He's just talking to himself. He said, those bananas are good. And you walk up to him and say, hey, the reason why their bananas are so good is X, Y, and Z. So he's in his head is like, okay, I am feeling what you're saying. So that manager goes to his grocery store. He talks to the upper people. And he says, hey, this is how they made those bananas so good. So if you do that, if you continuously do that, and everybody else goes, and I know that's a small little notion, but if you have two stores now that have great bananas or whatnot, you're going to try to venture off to see where other bananas are good in. It's kind of how it works. And I myself think that this is the catalyst. Both of these organizations are going to make a great another golden age. Jim Cornette, come with us. Come with us. Let's make WWE and AEW great again. Let's do something that has not been done in about 40 years. Let's do wrestling mainstream again. I love y'all so much. I enjoy y'all so much. If you want to do anything, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, like, share, of course, and subscribe. I will say this as well. I do have an update. I have an update. I will be now doing NXT. I will do NXT starting next week. I will do a review on NXT every Tuesday after the show, because NXT apparently is good now. So we will be doing I will be doing NXT as well. I'll put that in the descriptions as well. But I love y'all so much. Be safe. Be safe. Be safe. Make sure that, if you are healthy enough, wear a mask. If you are super healthy enough, go ahead and get vaccinated. Don't forget social distancing as well. You're not only saving yourself, but you're saving everybody else around you, and also mental health. Mental health. Mental health will grow you, make you a better person. Um, until next time, love, peace, and of course, wrestling.